Hey guys, so I asked my Tumblr followers what I should do for my new video, and I had an options list, and only one of my followers replied, and she said she wanted to know about my catfish experience because that was one of the options. And so, I didn't know what else to do, so, I'll do my story about being catfished, and also, I'm sorry about my voice, I'm sick, and, the country accent, that's normal, and I hate it, and I'm sorry. But here we go. My catfish experience, I met this guy on the emo chat room that I was on when I was in like 8th grade, and, I met his friend first, and his friend was like, yo, you should like talk to my friend because, you guys would be cute together. And I was like, okay, well, cool. And then we talked, and his friend was like, yo, let's date. And I was like, cool, because I'd never had a boyfriend before. And we dated on and off for 4 years, and he lived in South Dakota, and I lived here in Kentucky. And he would send me pictures and voice messages, but he would never call me, and he would never send me pictures with his friends who I knew what they supposedly looked like. But I loved him, and I didn't want to believe that he was fake, and I didn't think anybody could do that to somebody. And finally, after 4 years of him saying, oh, I'll come down, I'll call you, I'll send you a picture with them, it never happened, and I got tired of waiting around. And it's really sad because I still miss him, and I'm still in love with who I thought he was. Whoever is in those pictures, I just always recognize it as him, and I still love him, or who I thought he was anyways. And I just don't understand how anybody could do that to somebody. Why would you catfish somebody? Like, do you not have your own life to live? Like, I mean, I didn't have a life at all. That's my life revolved around him, and that's legit. Like, he was my first boyfriend, and he was all that mattered to me. And that's pretty messed up, I know, but that's how it was. And I was really upset when he left, or whatever. I actually basically left him. And if you've seen my other videos, I've talked about that, but I didn't talk about it. I just kind of mentioned it. And I also mentioned I have depression and self-harm. And well, after we broke up, everything got worse because he was kind of like the one and only thing that made me happy. And his name is carved into my leg, and sometimes I wish it would go away, and I don't want to see it ever again. And then sometimes I'm like, that's all I really have left of him. And it makes me feel kind of like a weirdo because I had one of his pictures, like I took it from his profile and I had it developed or whatever through Walmart. And it makes me feel like a creeper because whoever's actually in those pictures probably doesn't know that some random chick online has his picture, but it's only in a memory box, and to me, it's him, it's Blake. That's his name, by the way. And to me, that's who that is in that picture, and that's why it's in my box, and it has a note with it. And it's just to remind myself that to me, he was real. And he's kind of like, when you're catfish, at least to me, it's kind of like the whole Titanic thing. Like, Jack Dawson only existed to Rose, and I'm kind of like Rose here, and he's like my Jack Dawson. He only exists to me and into my memory, and that's all I've ever got. That's all I'll ever have. And that's really sad, to love somebody with everything you have and then to know that they're not even real and you'll never have a chance. And I think that's why I don't have closure, is because he's not real, and I'm never going to be able to meet him or go up there and ask her why she did it. Like, I've talked to her, the girl who did this. I've talked to her since then, but not about the whole catfish thing. Like, I've just tried to get on good terms with her and everything, and that's kind of worked, I guess. But see, for a long time after the catfish show came out, I wouldn't watch it because, like, where was that show when I'd been catfished, or when I needed to find out if my guy was real or not? Yeah, I don't like to watch it, and I'll get so mad when I watch it. My friend loves watching it, so when I go over to her house, like, we watched the show, and I get, like, so pissed off. Like, I literally do, and I cry. I cry for those people when it doesn't work out, because I know what they're going through, and it's really, really messed up. Like, I don't see why people would do that to anybody. And I'm sorry for this long video. I realize it's almost 7 minutes long now. But yeah, if you've ever catfished anybody, you see this, just know that you're torturing them. If you know, I don't see why anybody would do that. And just think about what it would be like if somebody did it to your kids, or if they did it to you and you didn't know you were being catfished. Like, it's horrible. It's like falling in love with somebody and you plan out your entire life with them, and then it's all gone. It's gone. You will never have it back. There is no chance to get it back. It's gone, because it's nothing. There's nothing there, and what is there isn't legitimate. And if you've ever been catfished, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I know what it feels like, and it's horrible, and I'm trying really hard not to cry right now, because I'm thinking about just how sad it is that if he came into my life right now, I would seriously have to contemplate whether or not I wanted to be back with him. And that's bad. That is fucked up, because he's not real, and I know it. But that's the thing, is when they're texting you as that person, or messaging you on Facebook as that person, you see them as that person, and you, in a moment, you don't care. You just want them back, and you just want to love them. And I know that's really fucked up, but I mean, that's just how it is. And maybe I'm the only one who's ever been catfished that thinks like this, who just thinks that, you know, it's all that I want is to have them back. But I know that I don't need them back, so, because I need something real in my life, and I'm not gonna get that there. But I mean, just don't catfish people, man. It's not cool. And if you've been catfished, talk to me about it. I can tell you more about my story if you want, and I can try to help you get through this, because I'm trying to get through this myself. And it's sad, because it's been like a year or two since I've last even talked to him, and I miss him, and that's bad. It's really bad. I'm trying really hard to get over this, but the last guy I even kissed or hugged, I closed my eyes and it was him. It wasn't the guy kissing me, it was Blake, and I almost cried, and I couldn't kiss him anymore, because every time I did, I thought of Blake, and every time he hugged me, I thought of Blake, and it wasn't Blake when I opened my eyes, and that killed me. There are so many things in my room that I find when I'm cleaning it that still say Anna loves Blake forever, and that's legit, because I love him now, and I will probably love him until I die. Even if I marry somebody else, like, a part of me will still love him. and you know, that's pretty fucked up. But yeah, I'm gonna turn this off now, before I get too emotional and say something really mean. But like I said, if you've ever been catfished or whatever, I'm always here for you guys to talk to, or even if you're just, you know, upset and, you know, whatever. Also, if you guys, you know, if this gets enough views or whatever, and you guys want to see more from me, just let me know, and I promise the next video I do will be less, so boring, and I won't be sick, hopefully. So, yeah, I'm not good at doing these videos, so just leave me comments or ideas for the next one, what you would like to see me talk about, or if you want to know more about me and my catfish thingy. So, well, yeah, peace.